guys, so today I'll be showing you guys how to do flow 1 layer 2 and how to do the quickest skips without using any mantras. All you gotta know is the route and know how to roll through like thin walls, which I will explain. And then I will show you guys how to do Chaser, his movesets, and just how to beat him in general. So, I got the suggestion of doing this video by someone who commented, so this is your sign. If you need help with this game, if you need me to make you a guide, as I'm doing a series on helping people, all you gotta do is comment an idea that I could do on this game and just how to do it, and I will gladly show you. So, let's get started with this so you guys understand. So first off, you have to go for here to get the key. That thing that I picked up is called a key. And what I'm doing here is a skip. It's like the only skip in this video that requires you to have a speed mantra so that you don't obviously fall in the void and die. But you will have a light hook, so it won't matter because you do have a light hook for 20 minutes, which means that even if you do die in the first 20 minutes, you will not wipe, you will just be sent to the depths. And then all you have to do is wait 5 minutes for your light hook to regen, and you should be good to go, and you can also retry. So I'm just gonna go through everything. If I forget something, feel free to comment chat because I might forget something. But I also do want to note that I am streaming. As you can see, I was streaming on TikTok while making this. I also lag a lot doing this. I was also in the core, and I'm also in a Hesse region. So with all of that in mind, I just want to say that yes, the lag was pretty bad in general for me, which is why you guys will see eventually why the lag kind of messed me up. So over here, this is a skip that you can do that everyone knows about. All you have to do is skip that, but normally the route is obviously go around it, but you don't have to waste time. All you can do is like just skip it through. It's really easy to do. Really doesn't take any effort. And then here, I would wait because if you just try to jump ahead, the wind actually just appears randomly to mess you up. So all you gotta do is get through unless you have wind passage, but this isn't really a skip, so it doesn't matter. So now you have three routes. So the middle one takes you to this lamp where because you get parasites in layer 2 because of the wind, right? So when you're out here in the wind, you will gain parasites, which means that you will need to use lamps to take off, or you can craft a lamp, a recipe that you need to make to craft a lamp. Because if you make that, you don't need to go to the lamps anymore. You will not gain any parasites, which is really good. But if you don't have it, yeah, obviously tend to the lamp so that you don't die of parasites. Because too much parasites for too long will kill you in the game. So, as you cross here, this is the way to the Bone Keeper, the way that I took. All you gotta do is kill the Bone Keeper. When doing layer 2 in general, when practicing it, I would advise getting a good PvE like the ones me and my friend have. Because you can just kill the NPCs faster, you can do Chaser faster. You will do more damage in general because it's, dedicated to kill, like, you know, bosses and NPCs and layer 2 faster. So obviously we're messing up a bit and hitting each other, but that's fine. Okay, now after that you can just, just jump ahead, do the skip. I'm gonna show you all the normal way. So the normal way is just to go through here, and then after, just go up through like the long way. This build has like 4 agility, so it was actually a pain for me to climb up, but don't worry about that. Just focus on getting up through here. There won't be any weights, so you don't have to worry, but just don't fall off stupidly, and that's what it takes. So here up here is the generator. So I'm gonna show y'all where the generator heads to, and I'm gonna show y'all a shortcut to get to the Ignition Union base. So this is just a quicker way. Again, this is one of the skips that don't require any mantras. You just kind of know the way. So as long as you follow where I'm going properly, and you know exactly when to like jump out to get to Ignition Union base faster, then you should be good. So here's another skip I took because I was able to, but this is not a necessary skip. Obviously the way was right there. Just little things you can see for yourself. And yeah, pretty much the wind can't get me because I'm facing in the opposite direction. I didn't mention this a bit earlier, I should have, but basically you have to face the direction where the wind's pushing you so that you don't obviously get flung off. And that is the skip, by the way, where we jumped off. That is the skip. So what you want to do is obviously get here. Here's the base. It's the quickest way to get to it instead of wasting your time and maybe not knowing where it is. And then after that, basically, as soon as you turn on the generator, by the way, you get to get this talent by talking to this guy called Alpha in the base. If you talk to him, he will give you something called a union hook. I already have it, but once you get it, you can basically, there's gonna be these hooks in Overworld as well, but in layer 2 there's as well. If you go to the hooks, you can skip a lot of distances, and you want to make sure you get this because it is part of the way I'm going to show you on how to get to Chaser, and so that you definitely want to make sure you get it. So, and again, you need to go to the lamps for your parasites. Make sure you do that. Do not forget. And then after that, there's bounders. You gotta avoid them. The bounders weren't really that active, so we're good. But this is the union hook you're gonna want to use for this method. So just make sure that you are going through that way, the way that we're going for, so you don't get lost, obviously. I apologize if I'm mumbling or like just pausing. It takes a bit because I'm doing a voiceover and I'm basically just speaking as I go in the game. So I do apologize if this is a bit hard to catch up, but you can always go back in the video, check for yourself. Okay, so from here, this is actually the opposite way of where you're supposed to be normally, but since we're taking the shortcut again, all you want to do is you can either break through the door, or this is where you roll through the door. What you gotta do is roll and then jump exactly as you've rolled. You gotta time it right. It might take a few tries. I would advise using breaking mantras like twisted kicks. It's a very good mantra, breaks stuff. Maybe fire blade works as well, but hey, when you're making a Gale PV like mine, just use twisted kicks. It's very easy. Obviously now just follow the way we're going. Again, now I'm just gonna, this is the way we're going now. I'm just gonna show y'all that you have to go this way to get the spear for Etheron's gaze. So just make sure y'all are going the right way, going where we are. If the enemies don't hit you, you can just hit them back, kill them for some health, or so they stop annoying you. And uh, and yeah, you just want to make sure you're following exactly where we're going, because if there's one thing that's hard to explain, it's Lay 2. It is very easy to get lost. I've gotten lost in Lay 2 countless times compared to anything else in Deepwoken. And so as long as you just follow where we're going, you should be fine. You should be absolutely fine. You just need to follow the blue blocks. As you can see, we're following them, and that will give you a guide. So here, blocks actually fall down, like spikes fall down. Luckily, I just avoided the fall on that. And here's a spear. You need to get this to get Etheron's gaze so that you can see Lay 2 more clearly. I definitely recommend it to get. Absolutely get it. I can already see things pretty well because I've got Etheron's gaze, but obviously you're going to want to get it for your first time in Lay 2 for any new slot. There's a chest that spawns there sometimes, but you don't have to worry too much about it. And then you want to make your way up, and as soon as you are up, you basically just want to make your way back up the way that you went down in. Pretty much the easiest way to get back up. And just follow where I go in case you obviously get lost in this part. It's very easy to get lost, but here's, as you can see, here's exactly where we were before. But then after that, you want to take a different route, obviously, because you just went down. Now you basically want to get back up, but obviously you want to get to now that you have Etheron's gaze, by the spear talent, you actually need it to also unlock the Bounder's nest, which is what you need to go through to get to Chaser. So now I'm just going to show you guys how to get up to it. Okay, so I cut a bit, but this is the same area. The floor just fell. Basically, what happened is me and my friend accidentally fell here. We just tried to win passage through it, and we just ended up falling. So what we want to do here is obviously get through that, and you want to just go near the edges around this part because the floor does break a lot. If the floor breaks, you just want to make your way back up exactly as you were before. If you kind of get lost doing that, just go back in the video, see how we did it, pretty much. And yeah, you just want to be the same area. Make sure you avoid falling because falling might confuse you. And as you can see, there's a lot of ways. Sometimes you have to go back, as we did here. Just make sure you're doing everything we're doing. Again, I apologize. It is hard to replicate this exactly because it is hard to find your way around. But yeah, here's where you get Etheron's gaze. So that was the place as you can see, if you can remember, here's where we went down to the cave. Now we're back up. This is the area where you basically get Etheron's gaze from the spear that you collected. By doing this, this is how you can basically get the through the Bounder's nest so that you can actually access the area. To be honest, the hardest part, except from learning how to fight Chaser, is managing your way around the Furfire Cavern. So you just gotta make sure that you do learn it. I won't lie, even after watching this, you might still be confused, but it's fine. The more you watch it, the more you attempt it, the better you will get. And that button you saw near the door, by the way, is how you open it as soon as you break the door or cancel it, just so that it's easy in the future. And yeah, this area will be blocked off, but if you have the spear like we just showed you how to get, then yeah, you will be able to access it. By the way, do not talk to the NPC. He will fling you into the Bounders because that is the Bounders nest for a reason. There's a lot of Bounders there. If you don't have brick wall, you will be cooked. And the Bounders can do a lot of damage, so you gotta be really careful in general. And yeah, just you gotta get through them, get speed marches, get dash, get wind passage. If you're making a Gale PV, that I do advise, Twisted Kicks is very ideal for this, and wind passage is also very ideal. Those two mantras can do a lot for you, as they did for me. And just climb up exactly where we're going. You might need to go back for this because obviously it's not very precise the location. Everything kind of looks the same, but it is possible to learn. And now here you are at the towers area. So just follow where we go, because some towers, like the passageway, does break a bit. In layer 2, a lot of things break, a lot of things push you off. It's a bit challenging, not only to navigate, but to not, get flung off. And, and then after, you need to go through here. And obviously be careful with the spikes, they will push you off. I would recommend Wind Passage again, it's very good. Jesus here and the skips, don't recommend mantras, like you don't really need Wind Passage too much to get through it. But again, I do really recommend a Gale build for this. A Gale PvE is the fastest way to be able to do Chaser and to get to Chaser. So then you want to climb up this ladder, obviously you want to get through the door. And you want to do the Bone Keeper NPC. I think there's like one or two. I'm pretty sure there's only one here, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's only one. Again, I know an individual I only said that, oh, you don't need mantras to do the skips. And that is mainly true. But it's just a lot easier if you use a Gale build. So I do apologize if the misinformation is a bit there, but obviously this is still a lot easier than other ways that do require only mantra skips. So from here you can get chests, and then you want to go out here. So now that you're out here, you want to use a union hook again, easy way. And then after you want to get up and up, just keep going up, exactly where we're going. And yeah, as you can see, the Cathedral of Etheron, this is where Chaser is. You're just going to enter the building, and there you go. Chaser's located here, and now you need to fight him. So this might be a bit hard if you're lagging a lot like I am. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm a 200 ping player. I'm streaming, I'm in a core, and I'm also using OBS software to record this video, right? So I'm gonna be lagging quite a lot, unfortunately, but I'm still gonna get caught boosted. I will not be beating the allegations, but that's fine. Because now I'm basically just gonna teach you all how to fight Chaser. So, as you can see, there's jars everywhere in this room, and they're not just for decoration. This is part of how you beat him. So, as you can see, he's now on the floor, but how did he get on the floor? It's very simple. So, excuse me being slow fighting him, and that, I'm laggy somewhat, and I'm also just, tweaking a bit, because I know my lag. But yeah, so there's jars around, as you can see, they're linked to Chaser. There's like these red threads that kind of link to Chaser. You gotta break those ones specifically. And yeah, in terms of Chaser's moves, I have to say, they are a pain. They are actually a pain. Honestly, I can fight Etheron, I can fight Maestro, I can fight Ferryman Duke, I can fight any boss. But when you make me do Chaser with my reaction time and my ping, I get absolutely cooked, even on a PvE build. And you guys will see this as I fight it. But anyways, let's discuss the moves. So, obviously you guys know that when there's a sound, when the boss has like the sound, it means that you can't block or parry, it has to be dodged. So when it does like that move that brings you to it, you gotta basically roll through that. But if he does grab you, just make sure you hold block so you don't take the second bit of damage. And when he does those like 3 threads of damage, you just gotta parry those. And again, with my reaction time and that, it's gonna be really hard. And he also has those moves that you saw earlier, the ones that go on the floor. If you get hit by one, you will be stunned and you will get hit by all three. It happens all the time anyways, so you're gonna wanna be careful. And so you wanna like climb up as I did earlier. That's the best way to do it. And as you can see, sometimes he does drop spikes on the floor, but when it looks like this, it's because he's on his second phase. When he is on his second phase, it means he's low and you're close to beating him. And there's also this other move he has that basically just spawns this weird fire thing. If you get hit by it, you get ragdolled on fire for a bit. So you want to dodge or parry that, pretty much, or block it. And yeah, every time that you do break his jaws, he is on the floor. That's when you want to do the maximum amount of damage as possible. As you can see, yeah, again, I am getting very low because, yeah, it's not working out for me very well with my ping. And I do Chaser a lot better when I'm not recording or streaming at the same time. But that's totally fine. I still managed to do Chaser, as you guys will see. And yeah, this is basically in essence all of Chaser's moves. I apologize for the rushed explanation. It's a bit hard to talk while doing the boss and that. Yeah, if you guys believe or not, whoever's new, Etheron is actually a lot easier than Chaser because you get health packs and you have a lot more time to react to the moves than Chaser. Chaser's just a full-on, he just leaps at you. All of his moves just attack you like that with no warning, so you gotta be careful. Okay, so soon, I'm just gonna say it now, but soon Chaser's moves, as you can see right now, this is Chaser self-destructing, but we are taking small damage from it. So obviously I dodged those moves like a champ, otherwise I probably would have died, but it's fine. Okay, so now what you want to do is go in this certain spot around here. This is where you want to go. It might be a bit hard to find, but if you're here, you will not get hurt by the outer Chaser destruction by staying on the outer, and you're not inside, so Chaser won't hit you with those things. It's basically kind of like a cheese. Not really, though, kind of just a mechanics that works, I guess. And yeah, again, we beat it. And so, Yeah, you want to find that exact spot so that you're not getting hurt by the constant bleeding outside, and that Chaser isn't hitting you when he's slamming and just self-destructing himself, right? So now that you have two options. So we light hooked out obviously because I'm just doing a floor one layer two for this one. And if you guys do want an Etheron guide, let me know. But that white circle, if you guys are wondering, that takes you to Etheron. So if you step in that, you go to Etheron, and when you do Etheron, really, your light hook will end up running out. So you want to be prepared to do Etheron. He's not that hard, but still, you just want to be locked in because the Kia's guard after when you escape Etheron will mess you up. But that's information for another video. If you guys want a guide on Etheron, layer 2, floor 2, let me know. I apologize if this explanation is a bit rushed. Obviously, I'm speaking as I'm flying a bus and just traveling. It's a bit difficult. But that's gonna be all, and I will see you guys on the next video.